Oh, yes. We're live this morning, Grasshoppers. And today I have got the most special guest, perhaps ever on the bot signal. This, my friends, is Virginia, the referral diva.
Hey.
And I'm going to let her talk about who she is, what she does, and how she is magnificent at changing the size of your funnel. Go!
Hey, RJ, thanks for having me on today. So, my name's Virginia Muzquiz. I am the referral diva, although I think I'm going to up-level myself to the referral alchemist because I have this amazing system for up-leveling business by referral. So, where most people are out there hoping that it's cloudy with a chance of business, you know, what I teach six-figure solopreneurs how to do is how to create a predictable revenue stream by word of mouth, by being strategic about that. So I've been doing the referral thing since, probably 1995. I got started in direct sales. So that was all word of mouth. I sucked miserably at that. Really, I did. I sucked so bad. I bankrupted myself and ended up $20,000 in debt and had to fix that sugar show. And then got a job, a job job, much to my chagrin, to earn some money to pay off all those credit cards because I had created a sugar show. And that was probably I didn't like it. I wasn't happy about it, but it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me. I ended up working with a gentleman who owned 6 or 7 Sylvan Learning Centers. And it was right around the time that No Child Left Behind got authorized. And, there's a whole political side to that, so we won't get into how I actually feel about that legislation, but I will tell you about the job. And so the big challenge that we had was that we had $0 of that money, and we had in our territories, respectively, about a $50 million opportunity that was in there that we could capture. And all of the mom and pop shops were getting a little piece of the pie, and we were the gold standard in tutoring, and we couldn't get a buck. And what I had to learn through that is the process now that I now call referrals on demand. And that process has changed a lot of lives because it helps you turn your conversations, your word of mouth conversations and your contacts and your relationships into an actual marketing strategy for your business. So my experience with the tutoring center, we had $0 in 2005 when we started in annual revenue. And by the end of the 5th year, I had done $2.5 million. I did it all by word of mouth. I'd grown a team. So I had a management team of 9 working out in the field and another 3 working internally with me. So a management team of 12. We employed over 400 teachers in our program. We served over 2,500 kids and turned $2.5 million. And about 30% of that got turned back into the communities that we were serving in the form of support and philanthropy.
Yeah. Cool. That's amazing. Going from 0 to 2.5 million. That's a pretty strong showing, Virginia, as you know.
Sure. It's
So tell me what you think, because going by word of mouth, I think that people think, oh, that's sexy. I wish I knew how to do that. It's not just, I don't think it's just knowledge. I think it's also, is it a frame of mind? Is it a point of reference? Because so many people think pay for ads, get emails out there, all of that, but they're not, what do you think that people are missing about what you do that would really help them kind of get in the proper headspace?
So I think there's a huge mindset mistake. Okay. And it boils down to, there's a myth about referrals, right? And that is that they just happen. Like poof. They're like the magical unicorns of client attraction, right? Like, I got a referral. And they think it takes no time, no money, no effort. You just go outside. You've heard that little song. It's like, if all of the raindrops were lemon drops and gumdrops, right? And everybody's like, You're like, you open your mouth and a referral drops in. Like, that's not how it happens. Okay. And so the biggest mindset mistake that people make when they're trying to create word of mouth is that they're transactional as opposed to relational. And they're really prospecting, not marketing. So they're out there like, here's my card. Want to buy my stuff? Hi, here's my card. Want to buy my stuff? Hi, want to buy my stuff? Hi. It's like, are you my mama marketing? Dr. Seuss, right? Elmer Fudd marketing. Shh, be very quiet. I'm hunting for clients. You know, it's like, if you're out there hunting for clients, you're not marketing, you're prospecting. And that's the difference. And so if you really want your word of mouth to work, you have to ask yourself the question, did what just came out of my mouth, would I pay to have someone record that and play it on the radio at $500 an impression? Would I record that, put it on a video, and put it in a pay-per-click ad at $3 a click? Did what came out of my mouth, really, was it designed to get a client, to market, to attract a client, to position a problem, right? So that's really the biggest challenge. So if you go then, let's just go to like pay-per-click, okay? Or go to radio advertising or any sort of paid advertising, right? If you just give it a whirl, right, and just do some stuff, you might get some clicks. I hired a company to get me clicks. They got me 768 clicks. I didn't get a single conversion because my landing page sucked. Because my landing page was stupid, right? But nobody ever said to me, hey, make your landing page something that people would actually say yes to. Didn't even think about that. There's a whole lot that you don't know. So if you're going to do Facebook ads, then you need to understand how to put together a Facebook campaign. If you're going to do coupon ads in a mailbox, you need to understand the strategy behind that. You need to have good copy. You need to have good strategy. You need to know the frequency, the timing. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff to know. When you look at it, you just see the result. So let's talk referrals. First thing you need to know is who you talking to. Because if you're talking to anybody and everybody as if they were a prospect, you're getting 0 people as a client. And all you're doing is running around looking for the 3% that are like, oh, how serendipitous, I needed a chatbot. Right? When I sold skincare and beauty, I sold cosmetics, like I could pick up the phone and do 100 dials. And 3 people would say to me, oh my gosh, I've been praying for a Mary Kay lady to call me. I lost my consultant and I'm like, cut the bottle open and I'm doing this and my cleanser. Thank God for you. Can I have 20 bottles? I never want to have to run out again. Right? So 3 people were looking for me. The other 90%, 97% were like, no. Okay? Because I was just dialing, my criterion was woman.
Oh.
If they had a woman's name, that I called them. If I was in the phone book, right? And it said Rhonda, I called Rhonda. It said Beth, I called her. If it said John, I didn't, right? So number 1 is who you talking to. Number 2, did they know you're talking to them? So story, guy adopts a dog from the Humane Society. He names the dog Rover. Every day he gets a stick and he says, Rover, Rover, want to chase the stick? And he throws the stick and the dog goes and just lays on the bed. One day a letter comes in the mail and it says, if you're receiving this letter, it's because you adopted my dog. My name is Lieutenant so-and-so, such and such, and I have gone to the angels, and you are now going to take care of my dog. Here are some things you need to know about my dog. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, his name is Toby. He loves to chase tennis balls. New owner says, Toby, want to chase a tennis ball? And the dog was in it, right? The dog was like, yes, I'm Toby. I'm going to chase a tennis ball. That's what I want. So if you are calling your clients Rover and throwing them a stick to get them to chase, like the object is chase, right? I want the dog to chase something. Well, I need a name the dog knows itself to be, and I need to throw the right thing. Okay. Yeah. And your clients are no different. So if you're just calling them what you want to call them and telling them what you want to tell them, then you're not marketing, because marketing is all about naming my audience and framing for them the potential experience they're going to have. Second thing is, do you even have a strategy for your customer experience? Are you actually a leader? Are you you're like, I am a trusted advisor. Are you? Okay. So what kind of charisma are you using to grab your client's attention? How are you communicating effectively with them? How are you building community? Right? How are you creating, curating, and weaving the fabric of that community so that everyone has a sense of intense social belonging? And how are you creating this amazing experience that lifts people's self-esteem, that they're coming to you because you're an oasis for them in the crazy that is their life, right? How are you doing that? And what's your plan for being congruent with what comes out of your mouth? Can you do what you say you're going to do? Do you have the capacity to do that at all costs, right? So most people are not communicating well what experience you can expect to have with me.
Yeah.
Okay. And therefore they miss out on referrals because no one can really talk about that in a quantified way. And then the last part is, if you're spending all your time thinking everyone's your client, you're missing out on the people who know the clients that they could bring to you. So you're not building a team around you and you're going it alone. And that just takes a lot of effort because your opportunity is about 3 in 100. When you've got a team of people talking to all those potential clients that are unconscious or in denial or procrastinating, now those people can get awakened and be told, hey, right? Like before we coincided in JVology, I didn't know that those little pop-up things were chatbots. I had no idea. I was aware that there was a thing, but I didn't know what that thing was, right? And so you got on my radar, right? But I didn't fall in love with you because of chatbot. I fell in love with you because you're RJ, right? And you're hugging everybody, and I'm digging this. The steampunk goggle thing, right? Because I'm a steampunk aficionado. And so I'm like, RJ, look, I have corsets and I have goggles and look at my hats. And right. And so we got connected at sort of cosplay, anime, steampunk. We got connected there. And then it was just a little matter of time before I was whining about something. And you were like, that is exactly what I can help you with. Let me show you how. And here we are. Right.
Yeah.
It took time for that. And we built relationship and we built community. And the reason that we're doing business is because someone else put us in community and wove the fabric for us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So Jay did it. And then I'm assuming you were on the marketers cruise with Jay's group. Yeah. Or did you go?
No, with my own.
You went with your own group. Okay.
But the first year I went on Jay's.
On Jay's. So Jay started weaving that fabric. And then, Mike Filsame and Lou Edwards sort of like, tightened the weave, right? And put us back into space. So when your communities overlap, that's really good because that strengthens the bond between people. If I'm in Jay's community and I'm in Lou's community and suddenly you're in both of those two, we're in that little diamond shape in the Venn diagram. And now that extra commonality creates more referral opportunity, right? So I think the big reason that people's pipelines are empty is because they are walking around prospecting and calling it networking. And it's not. Networking is, and word of mouth marketing is marketing. And that is about positioning, and that is about attracting, and that is about being a leader, and that is about being a problem solver, and that is about speaking the language that your audience can hear you in. And that's, once you do that, this is the cool part, right? So a 6-figure solopreneur doesn't have a ton of money to do pay-per-click ads and product launch formula launches and funnels, and it costs too much money to get all that started when you're making $70,000, $80,000 in gross revenue and then paying your business bills and trying to pay your own bills, like you're caught in that space. So the fastest, most lucrative way to do it, and really the only effective way to do it, is to leverage your word of mouth opportunity, which is virtually free. Yeah, you got to buy some coffee, got to send a thank you gift now and then, maybe have a website, maybe have a little digital card. I mean, you have to have some stuff, but it doesn't cost you $50,000 to do it. It might cost you $1,000 to set it up. But then you have to market, right? And then once you have all of that done, guess what? You take that entire toolkit and you hand it to an RJ and you go, This is my toolkit. And RJ goes, yum, 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 yum. I can botify that. I can take that and I can make the Diva bot. I can make that into something, and I can take it to a web designer and they can create that. And I can take it to a book in the box person and they can write the book because it's all done already. It just needs to be formatted for the modality of the paid advertising.
Exactly. I mean, what you're talking about here goes so far beyond the usual, and I'll call it transactional marketing stuff that I see. Stuff that's just pointed toward a transaction. You meet somebody, are they a potential client? Are they not a potential client? No, we're moving on. Holy moly. Folks that do that, and it's a very, that's largely how we're taught to do things is, oh, don't have enough people? You need more reach. Send more emails, do something like that. Whereas what you're teaching is relationship based.
Yeah.
And so go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me give you an example. So shout out to this woman, Jenny Harkleroad. Do you know Jenny Harkleroad?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, deeply.
Okay. So brilliant woman. The transformational work that she does is not what you would expect from her, right? To meet her. Highly effective, really, really quite amazing, actually. And so she posts on Facebook like, hey, I want to speak in front of Vistage groups. Well, a friend of mine is a Vistage leader, number one, who there are like 5 other groups here in the St. Louis area. So I know Jonathan can get her into that, but wait for it. I also know a guy that has spoken at every single Vistage group in the United States. He did the circuit, right? He's no longer doing the circuit, but the interesting part of all of that is I'm like, why don't I just introduce you to him? So she said, okay, that would be great. And I said, now give me an email to send him. So she sent me something and I sent it back and I said, back to the drawing board, give me an email that I can send him. Don't make me make this stuff up. Right. But I'm going to take her stuff over to Scott, and Scott will then do the introductions and do what's necessary because I asked him to. But she can't get that any other way. Right. And when I send the email for her, he will open it. If I said, oh, just send Scott Hunsaker an email, he wouldn't open it because it's not from someone he knows, likes, and trusts. It's just spam. So I can take the same exact email and put it on his desk and say, can you help this person for me? It would be a personal favor. And he'll do it. So reach is great. But what matters is who reads your freaking email. And when you're sending all those emails, can we be real? The people that you actually want reading your emails are not opening your freaking emails. The people that are opening your emails are probably the people who can do very little for you. God love all of you who open my emails. Thank you. But the reality is like, I'm not going to get $1 million from emails.
No, but you will with relationships.
Yes.
You will with building trust through conversation and connection.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about you. I know, right?
Yeah. My husband hates that. It's really funny. He'll say he'll see something on a movie and he'll say, you can't do that. And I'm like, and he's like, oh my God, I will never believe you ever again.
There you go.
But don't use manipulation in your referral relationships or anything.
No.
Never.
So you have, of course, a whole lot going on. Could you tell me a little bit about, some things that you're doing later today or in the next week or month or year? But I think you have something going on today that we wanted to highlight.
I do. So listen, if you're out networking and you have bags and bags of these that you're doing nothing with, and you're out networking and it's a waste of your time because you just aren't getting traction, and it's just taking too long, and you want to figure out how to like nip that in the bud, I'm doing a masterclass this afternoon. So today is Monday, April 13th, and it's at 3:30. RJ, you have the link. It's at 3:30 Central, and it's a VIP masterclass, which is essentially like a half day session with me that I charge in a group setting $497 for. If I do it one-on-one, it's a $3,500 class. So I'm doing it for free. It's my COVID-19 special, right? It's just, I'm just doing it because right now is a great time for transformation. Right now is a great time to prep yourself to be at the front of the line when the starter pistol goes off, so you can hit the ground running instead of trying to get your ducks in a row because you've been sitting wringing your hands, right? So if nothing else, it'll be a great distraction for you. So I'm doing that. It is called the Goals That Matter Masterclass, and we're going to talk about why the way you set goals is actually repelling clients from your business, and how to get that fixed, and how to flip it and then start attracting clients. So I'll be talking with you not only about how to set goals, it's a 3-step goal setting process that makes all the difference in your business and in your community and in the world. But then also I'll be sharing with you my 3 top strategies for overcoming 3 dreaded client attraction diseases. There are these maladies. They are deadly to your business. They're really bad for your business. And so we're going to talk about that as well in the second half of the masterclass. During the month of April, I'm also offering a rolling admission special into my referrals, Rev Up Your Referrals Referral Marketing Bootcamp. And what's really cool about that is you are going to be in a university kind of curriculum, like an online class, which I'm doing instead of getting together because there's more than 10 of us, so we can't all, get together. So we're going to do it online on Zoom. And my background is a university professor, so I have concocted 13 magnificent lessons for how to do better business by referral. And then everybody who decides to hop on board with that is going to get a great deal on that. So definitely can come and learn more about that. And then when we get out of this craziness, we will all convene in St. Louis and meet in person and create referral relationships. So not only will you have a strategy, a strategic plan, but you'll also have a bunch of really cool referral relationships that you'll be building through this process. So if you'd like more business by referral, you'd like to onboard 15 to 20 new referral sources into your business, and you think I'm cute and funny, come hang out at the masterclass tonight. And if not, then you can email me at virginia@masterconnectors.com and just let me know that you want to have a conversation. And I'll run you through a 6-step process to figure out where you're stuck in your business. Could be at your vision, mission, passion, could be at your goal setting, could be that you've got a whole bunch of tactics that aren't working for you. Could be that you're not deploying your resources properly, like you've retired the wrong assets and you've got pre-assets that are sitting there that are under leveraged. So we'll take a look at all of that. Might be you need a strategy. Might be that you have double bind paradigms that are kind of holding you back. So if you want to just have that conversation, I'm totally happy to do that as well. So those are the options.
There are a lot of opportunities to interact with the referral alchemist. I'm just thinking of I can't help it. I'm thinking of logos. I'm thinking of you and test tubes and safety glasses, and I can't help it.
Wizardry, alchemy, Harry Potter, wizard.
Oh, wizardry. Okay.
Yeah. So really quick, I'll just tell you about the referral alchemy. If you want to learn a little bit more about it, I do have a forthcoming book, called Referral Alchemy. But here's the deal. Most people you come into, they're running basic algebraic algorithms. Do you know a guy who? Yes, I do. That's where it ends, right? And then what you want to do is be able to teach some group of people how to be referral archaeologists, which means they're willing to kind of dig in their network, dig to find cool opportunities for you. But if you want to hang out with people like RJ, and you want to hang out with people like me, well, you got to become an alchemist. And what alchemists do is they take these and turn them into gold. They take raw materials and turn them into something that's really worth something. And so in this process, I'll be teaching people how to be alchemists, how to be that person that is the most sought after person in the room, because they know everybody and they make stuff happen. And to be that person, because once you're that person, money flows pretty easily and doors open like crazy just because, right? You don't really have to ask for it. They just show up, like this interview just showed up. Just showed up.
My friends, if you're within the sound of my voice, ladies, gentlemen, and every coordinate in between, if you have heard what she's saying is, at the end of the day, know, like, and trust and relationships instead of transactions and chasing after a whole bunch of cold leads. The warm referrals is where it's at. If you need to know how to make those warm referrals, how to give, how to take, how to be part of a community, you're in the right place, because now you know the right person. Do hit upon that link. Do email this woman, because your business is going to change dramatically, and it's not going to cost $1 million. Nope. So I can't recommend her highly enough. I want to thank you for coming on my show today and being so patient with me, as always.
I love you.
I love you too. What a wonderful opportunity, folks. Take advantage of it, because you will not regret this. Well, so that's about the end of the show today, kids. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for watching, as always. And hit us up if you have any questions at all, and happy to help. I'll be back tomorrow, of course, with more Bot Signal, same bot time, same bot channel. And of course, I will see you in a bot. Say goodbye, Virginia.
Bye.